B.
Yo.
So this article from The Athletic, from the Kansas City Reporters, is really interesting. It says KC has emerged as the favorites to play the Chargers in Brazil week 1, right? The Kansas City owner, the dude Clark Hunt, has been very open. He says, we're willing to do it whenever the opportunity presents itself about playing international games. He says we make the league aware every year that we would be delighted to play an international game, whether it's the home or the away team.
Man, teams always, those fans over there looking for people, and those teams don't mind getting new fans.
Well, dude, I mean, the biggest stars in the game are Mahomes and Kelsey, and then if Taylor Swift shows up, you know what I mean? Like the spectacle that can present with the Chiefs is beyond anything. What's very interesting though, Kansas City, is they're also saying they don't mind giving up a home game. A lot of owners, especially cheap, short-sighted owners, never want to give up a home game because they give up additional revenue, parking, hot dog sales, whatever. Right? I think that's penny wise, pound foolish, but whatever.
When you've been to 5 Super Bowls and you won,
right? I think that
you can let that go.
I think you're seeing the big picture versus a very narrow picture.
Yeah.
What is almost more interesting? So that's a one-time. Maybe Kansas City's going to Brazil to Harbaugh versus Mahomes in Sao Paulo. Cool. What is more interesting to me is the Chiefs have requested to the NFL. I think last year is when we saw clear as day the NFL is going to play on Christmas Day no matter what. Because last year was a Wednesday, and a Wednesday is just like the least attainable day of the week for an NFL schedule maker. You know what I mean? And they made it work, and the TV ratings were through the roof. And this year, Christmas is on a Thursday again, and they're going to play a triple header on Christmas. Okay? So they got 2 Netflix games, and then the third, the night game, is just a regular Amazon Prime Thursday Night Football. So you got 3 football games on Christmas, all on streamers. Listen to this, B. This is fascinating. Kansas City has requested to the NFL to become locked into the Christmas Day game, the same way Detroit and Dallas are locked in on Thanksgiving.
Be great. The NFL's gonna kill it, man. That's all it is.
It's not even that. It's that KC wants to lock in. We're on Christmas every year.
Yeah. Well, if you got one of the most popular teams in the league, and also it's going to put them in the prime time, which means what?
Whether it's, it's a standalone game. They're not.
It's a standalone game, but they can benefit off of that. Playing on that time when everybody's gonna be sitting at home, more eyes on your product. Other people want to sit here and like, oh, I don't want to do it on that. Man, listen, everybody's watching. It's easy.
Right.
But like you said, you got these teams out there, oh, we don't want to do this, we don't want to do that. Well, hell, we'll do it. And it's going to benefit them in the long run.
For sure. So if teams are now able to petition, hey, we want to lock this in. I saw Grant tweet this, and I actually think this is really cool and smart. The NFL is going to play a Black Friday game. That Friday after Thanksgiving, they're going to play a game every year.
Well, all the women out shopping anyway. The guys be at home watching football.
Well, Grant is suggesting that Washington ask to host Black Friday every year. Now, eventually, you probably can't grant.
All right, let me see. You want that to happen?
What's that?
You want that to happen?
I actually like that idea. I think if you're a Cowboy, if you live in Detroit or Dallas, or you're just a Lion fan or a Cowboy fan, like, all right, we're on Thanksgiving every year.
Yeah.
So I can plan my Thanksgiving around that. My family can plan around that. I know, if it's coming and it's part of your holiday experience. And I think that's kind of cool, right? I think if you knew the Commanders were going to play every Black Friday, the Friday after Thanksgiving, you could plan around it. And I think people would love that.
Well, I think for me, Jay, when the schedule come out, I got enough time to plan, no matter if it's every year or not.
I agree, but I think it becomes more of like a
destination.
Yeah, or like part of your family's experience.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's just a one-off, right? And it's like, oh, well, Aunt Edna's coming at 3 and she's got to eat by 3:45. Doesn't matter if the Skins Cowboys is on at 4:30.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, if you could lock in, and I don't think they're going to let anybody else lock in on Dallas, but Kansas City's asking to lock in on Christmas. As a player, as an analyst now, whatever, if you could lock into one of them, what would you want?
I'll take the Black Friday.
Because
but like me, I don't care, to be honest with you. When the game came up, whenever it was,
you're saying as a player.
As a player, even like now what I do. When the game is going to be, whenever the game is playing, is when I'm ready to go. So I don't, it doesn't make me a difference when it is. Because if I got to leave early, I got to leave early. If I can't be there for a day, I just can't be there for the day. That's the way I think. So.
I hear you. I think it'd be cool to lock something in for Washington. I don't know that the league is going to do it.
But Kansas City asking to lock it in on Christmas you look at this fact. Kansas City over the last 8-9 years has been the most popular team in the league.
Yeah.
They've had the most success. And if I'm the league, I'm going, hell yeah, we'll lock them in. Dallas has not been great all these years, but the mere fact that they do it all the time, people look for them on Thanksgiving. If you're looking forward to Kansas City, and they come in with a lot of pride, a lot of prestige, and they brought a lot of popularity to the league. Sure. The Taylor Swift thing has helped out the league too.
Oh yeah.
If I'm the league, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna lock them in.
For sure. It's going to be really interesting to see if they actually get that request granted. I think the league, because it's easy this year with Christmas on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And that I assume it'd be like, it doesn't go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they've got like a good run of Christmas dates coming. But like eventually it's going to be back to Tuesday, Wednesday. And I can't imagine with what the CBA requires at least 4 days off between games.
Mm-hmm.
So like the hoops they had to jump through to get a Wednesday Christmas Day game, and they got the doubleheader. Pretty significant for the schedule makers.
Get a bye after that week.
Yeah, but they had to make sure all those teams played Saturday, so they then got 4 days off going into Wednesday. And yeah, I'm not even talking about what it does to the players. Mm-hmm. I'm saying for the schedule makers, it's incredibly complex, especially with an odd number of games, all this stuff, right?
No, they have. They have analysts, guys that can do that.
Sure, it's still hard to do. Like, it's a serious jigsaw puzzle, but I don't know that you can lock in a team with the amount of other moving parts that have to occur. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but I bet you they could. They can find a way.
Where there's a will.
If the game comes on a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you can manipulate the next week.
Sure. It's just, I mean, really, Tuesday's difficult. Wednesday's damn hard. Those are the only times. And I just Googled this. What day? I don't think you have that again for like, I mean, if it's Thursday, here, I looked it up here. The next time you got to deal with Tuesday, Wednesday is 29 and 30. Deal with that then. That's a problem for future me.
And the closer you get to it, then it begins to show you what's what. Because you start looking at the divisions, and you know which divisions are projected to be good or bad, so you can start anticipating a little bit.
Our guy Drew is on the line. Drew, what do you think about locking in a game for Washington?
Let's do it. That's the best idea I've heard in a while. It means we can be home Thanksgiving. We don't have to worry about away games, and then we can have Thanksgiving, and then the next day is a game. I think that would be fantastic. Sign me up every year.
All right.
Drew's and then we're going to see Ovi tonight, so hopefully we get another goal.
Awesome. Go to Angus Barn, dude. That place is awesome. See you, Drew. Safe travels,
bye, bro.
Drew's all in on the Black Friday game. I don't think they're going to give out more like, all right, you get this game every year. I could see them kind of what you and I think might happen with the tush push, that they don't make a ruling and then they just officiate it way different.
Mhm.
I bet we could just see Kansas City end up there
Yeah.
all the time without it like officially being Kansas City's.